I don't know if you knew, but we're halfway through. And do you know what that means? It means it's time yet again where the points do matter, where winning can earn you a game-changing touchdown, and it guarantees you potentially the smallest game of the season. Welcome back to Danganronpa Hunger Games. Yeetball is here. This is not the one that I wanted to play. I wanted to play this one because it's not a championship episode. You know what? It is. For the Yeetball Championship, Cookie Run winning last season and, unironically, is headed by your Agent of Chaos. So keep that in mind as this episode goes on. Stay tuned to Jags fans' incredible commentary for the Yeetball episode in the description, and get ready for the halftime show, which will occur today. When half of the competitors are gone, it will actually be the #1 contenders gauntlet match for the Fight Forever Championship. Young Mitarai, the Fight Forever champion in the AW, will start that match, and if he's able to go the entire way, it's just a 4-person gauntlet match, then he will get to choose his victor. That being said, anybody who gets a win in that match, however, will be added instead. So it is to Mitarai's benefit to try to go as far as he can, because he could just end up with a 1v1 against somebody who may have won, you know, cheekily by fighting someone who just won 2 matches. Or it could be, hey, whoever beats Mitarai might want to try and go on a glory run. But whoever's coming in last, they've got the opportunity of a lifetime. But we have seen people who have come in last get lose before. In gauntlet matches, or at least I've seen it. Regardless, that's the halftime show. Get excited for that. That is why this episode may be a little bit beefier, I believe, than a regular Yeetball episode. Last year, we actually had Sakura and Taylor in an underground match, and I'm excited to see this because there's actually 3 imposters on the other team. So first of all, our Yeetball champions, winning with, I believe, 35 points last year. We have Monofini, we have Hina, we got Crazy Hiyoko, we got Ruruka, Akane, Teru, Gonta, Mew, Ryoma, Kotoko, Hiro, and Kurumi, and Team Robotic Fury. The challenging team this season are all competitors that either have a element of roboticness to them, or an element of fury or short-temperedness. We have Miss Celestia Ludenberg, member of the squad, could be Yeetball champion tonight. Chihiro, as we all know, very technologically friendly. Fuyuhiko, he's got a short fuse. Don't call him short though. Peko, honestly, pretty robotic in nature, just very monotonous. Kind of, sees herself as a tool for Fuyuhiko, robotic in that sense. Miss Maki, the champion. We know you don't want to get her mad. Kibo, literally a robot. Monica, good with robotics and kind of fits this the best, I think. Taichi, as well. Maya, this Maya we all know is a very robot. And then we have our 3 imposters, who 2 of which did not get found out last episode. We have Monokuma returning with a perk that suits them, along with Nekamaru, who's for some reason not starting with a Yeetball. Take that into account. And Akane, who is our newest imposter. Keep an eye out for, keep your eyes and ears open for anything that might give you clues to who they might be. That is our Robotic Fury team, and you can take into account that everyone on this team has something either related to robotic or related to Fury. So once again, keep those things in mind. And make your picks in the comments. I'm going to, I've tested this out very recently. So let me look here real quick at your comments from last time. But before we do that, actually, let me make sure that this is just a regular episode, because so far so great. Monofini has been dodging and making chaos reign. Or has Minofini just been waiting for the shortest episode of the season? By shortest, I mean smallest. Will chaos reign? Will Maki defend that championship again? This wheel goes right around, baby. Right round. And so. This episode is no longer just for the Yeetball Championships. It is now also for in an episode with 3 imposters and only 24 competitors. Officially for the Danganronpa Hunger Games Champion of Champions titles, or title rather. And it's about to begin. And let me talk to you about what is going on this episode. First of all, while that's very good for the imposter saying, hey, an imposter could become champion here tonight, it also, as we take a step backwards, can also be kind of a gift in the sense that Maki is defending in the quote-unquote smallest episode of the season. So, Maki's got the best odds of all time, especially with all the shenanigans that can happen in Brain Steel as well, to walk out with a championship via maybe ghostly shenanigans, zombie shenanigans, or just straight up winning 1 out of 24. Best odds that she could have this season. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. Let's get into your comments from last time. Make your picks first, second, and third. What do you think the final score of Yeetball is going to be? Wait for the final question because it's going to be a special one today. But last time I asked you guys a question, and that question was during the holiday party episode. I gotta make sure this is newest. There we go. I asked you which of these 2 teams are you hanging out with the holiday party. Cherry saying, GameStop, which I think was a popular choice, and Song and Dance, which is also a very good choice, not for nothing. Glove Boy, did some solid picking, and was betting on the imposters. I think you guys really do want to see the imposters. Lion says you already know which team I'm hanging out with first, but the second team I think is Mocktails Mixers Nice. I think Mocktails Mixers Ice rather would be fun. That team actually does seem like a pretty good time. And let me see. Kotoko with the Hunger Games Adventure just recently finished the Archon quest. I was especially mad at him, Lamau. And I actually responded to this one from But I'm Bobby with the tool, apparently. Coming back after I'm sorry, viewing this channel, rather, when they were in college, and this is kind of, it always gets me like, dang, we've been doing this for a while, is now a full-fledged adult making adult decisions, and spending too much money, has fallen back into a renewed obsession with the Hunger Games and is back on the channel, so that's kind of dope. Welcome back. I've already responded, so, I hope, everything's going well for you. Kat, who says, obviously, the teams I have created, Ice Cream Scoop and Override, which is, honestly, 2 very good teams, you know what I'm saying? 2 very good teams. Kuzu saying, I'm doubling down on promotion this year. I'll put this here. I'm not gonna say that, actually. I'm not promoting for you. And as for the question, I'm choosing GameStop, obviously. I would have expected that from you. And cheaper by the dozen, because if you know me, you know why. Never mind, I remember who's in that team. If you don't know Kuzu, you don't want to know why. I wish I didn't know why. But lastly, we have Dragon Force Czar, who says something about Castoris is calling out to me. And the spoiler for that is saying, Gozu bleeding out with his gyoza doesn't have the same ring to it, but what are you gonna do? That is fair. So, usually I ask you guys a question. This time, YouTube has given me the option to leave voice comments on comments. So I'm going to do that. So for this video only, sometimes I'll just do it as a spur of the moment reply to people. For this video only, you may ask me any question. Will I give you a full-fledged truth? Well, you know what? I won't lie about any answer. But man, will I potentially not give you any information depending on what your question is. But it can be any question you want. Any question at all, and I will answer it in a voice response on this video. I will go through them, and when I said any question for any comment, I mean like one per person, very clearly. One per person. Like if Kuzu leaves 8 comments, I'm replying to one of them. So ask your questions in the comments. I will go through all of them. And I'll answer them in a voice memo, which means I guess you're asking me the question for the question of the episode. I'll pick my favorite question for next time, and we'll go through that. But otherwise, go back to this video and look at all of the comments, because I'm gonna have a good time with them, I'm sure. That being said, remember I can only do up to 30 seconds, so if you got something that takes a lengthy explanation, hoo boy, will it potentially get cut off. If it gets cut off, I think that's even more hilarious. Also, of course, make your picks. I'm going to make mine. Give me Ruruka. I think Cookie Run's gonna retain the Yeetball championships. I think Ruruka's gonna win the championship. I think actually second is gonna come from this team. I think it's gonna be Maki. So close so far so great. And I'm gonna take Hero for third, actually. Those are my picks. Cookie Run, the best of luck to you. And of course, Yeetball means the scores are down below. Scoring a Yeetball touchdown will earn or net your team 7 points. Winning the game also nets your team 7 points. In the event of a tie, the champions retain. Those are Yeetball rules. Are you ready? Because if you're not, you better get ready, because tonight, it's not just for the Yeetball championships. It is for the Danganronpa Hunger Games championship. Champion of Champions title is on the line. 24 competitors, halftime show is on the verge, and most importantly, the show must go on. So as the show does go on, let's start round 1 and see how this thing plays out. And round 1 begins with the horn bells. And what do they do? I think they might just sound the horns. Thank you, horn bearers. Thank you very much, but we must proceed. Kurumi kind of wanders off and gets lost and never seen again, which could be to the favor of her team. Keep that in mind. Hero picks all this neon cool lying in various places. I actually need to get myself a little store reminder here for me. So Cookie Run and the other guys, the Robotic Fury. There's a world where Robotic Fury wins, and we could have 3 crazy entries. You know what I mean? Kiba wants to be over already, and Nekamaru steals Gonta Yeetball and runs off with it, and now Nekamaru has 2 Yeetballs. Keep that in mind. Kotoko bashes Monokuma's head in with TV head, rather, leaving them defunct. Rest in peace. Maki finds a skateboard, time to do some sick moves. Akane just found a fishing rod. Now she can catch all the fish. Archon grips one and Gonta, grant him a Hydro Vision, monocates the way the comments have been treating her, and turns heel. Well, let me tell you what, nothing has changed. She is a real heel. Taichi tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome. In a Yeetball game, that's incredibly dangerous. Mischief of Rats runs up to Ryoma, who lovingly embraces them. Teru challenges Chihiro and Kibo to challenges and attempts to kill Chihiro, but Kibo intervenes just in time. Kibo had to kill Teru to protect Chihiro's life, and Fuihiko, for the first time this game, for the challenging team, runs his Yeetball back for a big old touchdown, 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 touchdown. And that's 7 points for Robotic Fury as Monophony has a horrible feeling in her gut with the championship on the line. Mew builds a rocket who's gonna take a trip. Celeste rolls around uselessly. Crazy Yoko's bad brain turns into a little kinder, actually. A little kinder. Akane eats something she shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains. Hina finds a bike. Cue the bike theme. I don't mind if I do a little bike theme. Actually, bike theme is on the other page. But it's right here. As Chihiro wonders if he should build a machine that makes Yakiniku, he should. Maya runs her Yeetball back as well for Team Robotic Fury for an early game lead with a big touchdown. And that's 14 points for Robotic Fury. Cookie Run has a long way to go if they want to retain these championships as Peko has found a Komodo dragon. I guess it is an animal, seems like they're going to liken to her. And Ruka attempts to kill Maki, but Kibo intervenes to protect the champion. Unfortunately, Kibo dies in the attempt, and he is gonzo. 5 people gone already in Yeetball. I want to keep in mind, Taichi of Robotic Fury has a tank as well. Let's keep account of who's left as we had a saddest of all moments 4. That's not the saddest of all moments. This is the saddest of all moments 4. Karumi, Monokuma, Teru, Akane, Kiba. And while this cascading beautiful music begins to play, I must tell you now that we are only 7 competitors getting lost away from, well, you know, halftime. Who will win at halftime? I'm not sure. Who won the championship? I don't know. Who will be Yeetball champions? I don't know. But I can proceed and we can get closer to finding out. Shall we do that? I believe we must do exactly that. Let's do that. Do the thing. We do the thing though as next round begins, and all the imposters are out, I believe. Taichi rumors about something about Monokuma, sobs quietly. Nekamaru tries to go Ryoma, but the Kangs rats protect him, killing Nekamaru. Hina has a strong sense of justice, turns face. Kotoko has found a table. Peko doesn't really want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Hina, the face that is run over by the place. Gota uses the fire of Hydro to put Taichi's campfire out and says, next time, that'll be you. Taichi's confused, to say the least. Maya accepts her shadows. Maya gains the power of Persona. Monophony finds a hat rack, so many hats. Ruka accepts her shadows. Ruka gains the power of Persona. Chihiro and Maki attack Monophony from behind, leaving her dead. Maki said, let me take out this agent of chaos. There's a lot of power dynamics here in this episode as it goes on. Monica creates a markable plushie of Hero without his permission. Hey, but it sells like hotcakes. Who doesn't love the consigliere of the Mafia? They're both freaking rich. Crazy Yoko calms down for good, no longer subject to the whims of a changing brain. She's just become Hiyoko again. Meh. Celeste draws a demon summon circle on the ground, you know, for fun. Mew straps Maki, the champion, to the moon, but Maki suddenly and shockingly returns with pockets full of moon rocks. Not a pocket full of sunshine, pocket full of moonshine. That's an actual thing. Maki should not have it. And what a trip they wrote. Oh my gosh. Doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Akane traps Monica in a box and ships it to Brazil. And Fuyiko finds some leather scraps just enough to patch together some rudimentary clothing. Looks rather caveman-like as Maki does a sick kickflip. Sick, dude. We are down another 4. We are at 15. And it is still really bad for Cookie Run as they've lost, I think, another 2, and they were already behind before, but it is just 2-2 this round after the saddest of all moments 4. Nekamaru, Hina, Monophony, Monica. There is no Warren Bossing say, there is no Easter Bunny, and there is no new champ alert, at least not yet. Maki still survives with 15 people left. You could say now she has a 1 in 15 chance, yes, of retaining the championship. She was able to do it in the premiere. If she does it again, eyes are gonna be on her. That being said, she did it by technicality, by default in the premiere. Can she actually win the game? Tonight is the real question. Let's find out as Yeetball continues. Right now, it is 14-0 in favor of Robotic Fury. Will they come up clutch and come back? All they need really is 1 touchdown and the win. But that's asking for a lot, especially when this round begins. Oh, like that! Oh my gosh! Gonta uses Hydro to playfully splash Kotoko. Kotoko's not amused, and he will perish. Maya's found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Fuiko is wearing leather straps as a sight to behold. Akane finds a boombox. Time to play some sick beats, dude. It was also humorous that we had Akane and Imposter Akane in the same position. As we gotta continue. Look at all of this. Peko pets her pet Komodo dragon on the head. She will not be able to pet it again in the future, as Maki doesn't know how to use a skateboard. You just did a kickflip, don't lie to me. But she does know how to swing one around. Gonta, Chihiro, and you are all caught in the wake of Maki's path to destruction. Now hear me out. That is 2 people away from away from Cookie Run, and 1 person away from Robotic Fury. But the beat goes on as another 1-on-1 get lost as Ryoma commands his rats to ambush and bite Celeste, and not Chihiro, Hiro to death, Yasuhiro. Kotoko sets up a table, grabbing Peko by the throat, chokeslamming Peko through a table. Nuclear Waste brings Hiro back as a zombie. Crazy Oko's feeling heroic. Taichi's taking selfies on his rad tank, and Ruka seems unshaken by any of this. We are now at 14s to none still. Cookie Run desperately needs a touchdown this late in the game. They're gonna need the touchdown and the win unless they score 2 more touchdowns. We've seen late game touchdowns before in Yeetball. In fact, I think we saw it last season, to be honest. Will it happen? I'm unsure, but you now see there's only 9 competitors left. And after this, saddest of all moments 4. Gonta, Chihiro, Mew, Celeste, Hiro, Peko. You know what this means? It is time for your saving grace picks, but it is also time for the halftime show. And so, without further ado, kick it back to me because I get to call this thing. It is time for the #1 contenders match for the AWE Fight Forever Championship, and it begins right now. Watch it, Tommy. Oh, no, just fade me in. Actually, we don't need to do anything crazy. I'm gonna go to the other side of the screen though. Hold on. And it is the #1 contenders gauntlet match. Now tonight is AWE Fracture, so be sure to peek in the description because your votes are still on for the Rumble. But let me tell you what I know about this thing. Apparently, the champion is gonna start this thing, and whoever gets a pinfall in this gauntlet match will go on to the championship match at the fight before Christmas. So this could end up being a triple threat match. It could end up being, actually since the champion comes up first, it could still end up being a fatal 4-way match. It could be a 1v1, or there's a world with a champion who starts out at #1, and that champion is young Mitarai. If he's somehow able to run the entire gauntlet, the championship challengers or challenger are to his choosing. We'll see if Mitarai has been able to do it. And as we've said before, it has kind of been a resurgence of Mitarai, and I have to look at him in kind of a different light. Because I've tried to, like, ever since Sundavy's incident, I've tried to keep up a little bit more with the AWE. Looking at young Mitarai, he has come a long way. He was in the very first AWE match on the road to AV Mania 1, I believe. He had his very first open challenge, and you know who was his opponent? I only realized it when Miku said it, I think, a week or 2 ago. It was Kyutaro, somebody who was also in this kind of a conglomerate, the Disciples of Miku. Regardless, young Mitarai has now finally, after all this time, found himself with gold. He's competed for championships in the past, but he's never been able to get the job done until the Disciples and Miku were supporting him. But, as Miku said, they didn't do anything to help him win that championship except for be there for him. He was on his own 2 feet. He's about to be from his own 2 feet to under 6 feet. Because now he's going one-on-one. with the Uncle Taker. Uncle Iroh is here. Iroh is a former AEW champion. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And not AEW champion, I'm sorry, AEW All-Star champion. He's a former tag team champion. And now he's got a sight set on the Fight Forever Championship, something that symbolizes with his nation, the Fire Nation, and a belt that was forged in flames last year, I believe, when Deity Miku burned the Tables Championship, actually. But I digress. That title was then vacated, to my knowledge, and we got our Fight Forever Championships. That being said, Uncle Iroh is here, and it is our halftime show, but it's our halftime show. Last time in Yeetball, our halftime show consisted of Sakura murdering Taylor, which was hard to see. But this time, there's real stakes on the line, especially for young Mitarai and for Uncle Iroh. Uncle Iroh's got to stop himself from being pinned by the champion tonight to guarantee himself a shot at that Fight Forever Championship. If Mitarai's able to get the one over on Uncle Iroh, he at least makes it so he's got a better chance at a triple threat. If he wins that next match, he's got a better chance of a 1v1. If he wins that match, he's won the whole thing. Can he run this 4-person gauntlet? Championship gauntlet. Rolls wild as a super kick followed by a moonsault off the ropes. And another one back to back. Hold on. Hold on. As I was saying before, ooh, okay. The quick pace by Uncle Iroh, I'll take a sip of this. And I talk to you. Look at what's going on here. Uncle Iroh has been kind of feared for so long in the AWE, but not even like fear for like, oh, I'm so scared of that man. It's, oh, I fear being in the ring with him because he's such a good competitor. He's such a strong man. Ooh, and a Hurricane Rana by Mitarai. But he's also such a respectable man, such a nice guy, as Mitarai goes chest first into the mat. Mitarai, however, has successfully defended that championship at BRAWL. Kick out there. Goes underneath the ring, goes over top. Also defended it successfully just recently. I'm sorry, didn't defend it at BRAWL, won it at BRAWL, defended it successfully at Black Friday. Looks to do the same thing this coming Friday, Saturday, and I guess next Friday, Saturday, technically, since it's Friday, right here, right now, on BRAWL. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, wait a minute. Drops him, no? Oh, okay, Mitarai, I don't know what that was, but I do need to point out that this is anything goes. It's false count anywhere. Now, I'm not sure if that benefits the champ or not. Ooh! Discus clothesline and has some authority behind it. I was gonna say the one thing Mitarai might have on his side is speed. Now Mitarai, you know, he may be a sleepy boy, but he's been getting a lot of better sleep in the AWE recently. As Iroh slides back into the ring, he knows that that's where he can do the best of his moves, his Ring of Fire. As Mitarai jumps back in, but ducks Uncle Iroh's attack and then gets kicked in the chest and in the arm. And oh, clotheslined. But Mitarai not staying down for long. Going off the ropes again, he says, hey, that moonsault, it's worked out for me so many times when we go for it again. But Iroh pushes him away. Mitarai able to duck. Iroh just one more hit away from a signature maneuver. And he might just get it as he drops Mitarai's head right on the turnbuckle. And, ooh, knee right to the throat as well. Mitarai's lucky he didn't pull himself up. He would have been in perfect Ring of Fire position. As now Iroh's the one who looks like he wants to go flying. The Jasmine Dragon is airborne. Crossbody. Mitarai stood right back up. Lifted up and spiked down. And into the pinfall. Champion is looking worse for wear now for 1, for 2. But it ain't resiliency. Champion's got a long way to go, or it might be a short way if that fireball doesn't land. But the finisher reversed right back. Iroh's still in control of this thing. Up on the shoulders, but Mitarai able to sneak his way through and wiggle out of the way. The audience, honestly, getting behind Mitarai, and I think a lot of that has to do with the influence of Miku lately. A lot of people, animation roll for 1-2, and a kick out this time by Iroh. If Mitarai can hit the finisher, he's right back in this match. And he missed it. Okay, that was commentator's curse, and there is the fireball. All right, well, and he has no resiliency. Oh, well, Mitarai, it might be 07s for Iroh. I think you could have gotten the pin there and gotten the win. You could have gotten a championship opportunity guaranteed into the spine buster. Damaged body on Mitarai. 1-2. Kick out. No resiliency. Mitarai is going to have a hard time trying to win this gauntlet match. Champion is getting broken down and then into an armbar by Uncle Iroh. Mitarai able to snap his way out of it. Couple of shots right to Iroh's nose. Goodness gracious, right to the nose. And a DDT followed up. Targeting the head, targeting the cranium, the face. Anything that's on the dome of, I'm sorry? I mean, you can have a little music in your animation. Uncle Iroh said, I'm not going to let that happen to me. Couple kicks, couple combinations. Plucked up, but again, Mitarai able to get himself back on his feet. And off the ropes himself. This time, not a moonsault, and this time doesn't land. I think he can only hit springboard moonsaults. I think we learned that. And I want to point out, Mitarai is in dire straits now because Uncle Iroh is sending him back first into the mat, and this has to be resiliency on the... Okay. Sometimes I see Sundavy go like, oh, or, oh. That was really shocking to me. I get it now. I get it. Stop sign in his hands because I think that really should have been resiliency. I don't know how he kicked out of that one. But he's in a suplex position, and that might be, planted right onto the stop sign. 1, 2, okay, that's, yeah, I was gonna say, if that's not resiliency, I don't know what it's gonna take. Man's is dead. Look at his back. It's mangled. Stop sign, planted, dropped right on him, and then kicked to the chest right afterwards. Knee strike to the back, Uncle Iroh. He's a mad dragon tonight. And again to the back. Mitarai unmoving, unresponsive. I think he might be out cold. It looks like he's gasping for breath. And his back again. Iroh, okay, Iroh, calm down, man. Iroh, he's got to make it to the fight before Christmas, man. On the shoulders again. And this time, he doesn't get a reversal. Instead, he gets knocked out cold. This is kind of reminiscent to Taylor versus Sakura at the last halftime show. Mitarai caught Iroh out of the air? But Iroh rolls out of the way. He said, a nice speech, fine speech. And now Mitarai, he might be 07'd, you guys. As the fireball lands. One last time. Champion just got rocked. And I'll tell you what, 1, 2, whoever's coming out next, Iroh has his Fight Forever Championship opportunity. But can he keep it a 1v1? If he can, all he has to do is do what he just did to Mitarai again this coming Saturday at the Fight Before Christmas. Shin is next. Shin, admittedly, has put on, I want to say, some of the most unexpected bangers this year. Just in, like, regular matches where we're like, okay, Shin, you didn't have to pop off like that, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He did it with, Cassius Bright, but it's, you know, it's Cassius Bright, you know what I'm saying, who will be fighting John Cena at the Fight Before Christmas. You can see Mitarai back there slowly walking to the back. He did the same thing in a match with Skeletor, I think, went kind of crazy with him. But now, as he's on this kind of singles journey, after having to find himself, after realizing that Chihiro was the one who was, I guess, more so forcibly put Gonta into Onyx's game, arm is now locked behind Shin. Interesting decision by Uncle Iroh to weaken the arm of Shin, someone who usually weakens the arms of his opponents, to lock in that arm bar. Oh, man. But it's not just about that arm bar. He also has that sacrifice card where he yanks that arm back and nearly snaps it. It's something that he's used to snap the arm of Chihiro, who I believe is just about healed. Oh, man. Knee strike to the back. Iroh under, no, not under the ring. He goes actually back in. And hold on a minute. He might just destroy Shin too. I was going to say, Shin didn't have resiliency. There was a world. Roll up. Iroh has been through nothing, apparently. He hasn't been through nothing. Iroh might win this whole thing. We talked about maybe the champion running the gauntlet. Iroh might run the gauntlet. I was gonna say it is gonna be 1v1 me versus Mitarai, and a kick to the gut. Off of the ropes, kick right to the jaw. Turned him around. What is, oh, I don't know what he's thinking anymore, because I'll tell you what, kicked in the head. Ain't that a kick in the head and a stomp to the back. Halftime show continues as we are more than halfway through this matchup. Iroh climbing up, but Shin got there fast enough. Hold on a minute. But still almost paid for it. Shin drop kicks Iroh in the back. Into the ropes, and a kick right to the head. Iroh stunned. Iroh is stunned, one, and it's still just, okay. Well, let me talk to you about that, man. So let me talk to you about Uncle Iroh. Let me talk to you about Uncle. Whipping that arm, and again, still going after the arm. Wants to weaken that arm bar, wants to weaken that sacrifice, and oh my gosh, a dragon sleeper. Shin gets out of it quickly, says, I can't last long in that thing at all, as a knee strike lands on the back. Went for a stomp there. But again, Iroh has been a different beast tonight. 1, 2. Shin burns resiliency. Iroh still has his. Iroh still has his resiliency. Y'all? Up and Shin reversed the finisher. Shot to the back of the knee of Iroh. Shin still has a chance. But I'm gonna tell you what, he's gonna need to really pull something clever off to even burn resiliency on Iroh at this point. Look at his stamina bar. Iroh's been like, this has been a walk in the park compared to what I've been through in the past. Chair shot right to Shin, and oh, went for another one, but still got it. Oh my gosh, back and neck. I'll kick it out of his hand somehow. Jumped out of the way of that clothesline, but still getting tossed around by Uncle Iroh. Oh, not onto the chair, back first. And a kick right afterwards. Insult to injury with that one. Pins him on the steel chair. That's 1, that's 2, and Iroh's not going forward yet. All Shin has to do is pin Uncle Iroh to get himself in that opportunity stomp to the arm. Went for another one. Iroh, we talked about speed. Oh no. Oh gosh, knee strike. I was gonna say we talked about the speed of Mitarai. But Iroh, he fast too. That is a fast man's dropping Shin. Iroh is kind of terrifying. Terrifying is a word I would gladly use to describe this man as he walks on over. Reversal there, and oh, tried to pop him up. Shin got a well-timed reversal, now has 2 finishers. And grabs the arm. The arm bar's locked in. It's locked in. He can't yank it back too much because Uncle Iroh, he's not beat up too much at all, and now starts wailing away on the face of Shin. And Shin's got to be, I was going to say he has to be careful because look at this. Dropped directly into the pinfall. Say it ain't so, because Shin is out. Iroh is on an incredible pace to have a 1v1 with Mitarai. And this is a man who won the championship last fight before Christmas in a triple threat match very quickly. If he's able to beat if he's able to beat Uncle Iroh, dude, keep that in mind. Dropped him. Wait, he doesn't have resiliency. Is he just a genius? 1, 2. For a second there, I thought he did it. I thought it was going to be the most anticlimactic ending of all time. Shin got some of the work done, able to hit a finisher on Uncle Iroh, locking that armbar. But now look, oh, wait. Iroh does still have a finisher, keep that in mind. Oh my gosh, onto the chair! Kazuichi saying, I'll do it all again. Into the ropes. Goes underneath. Goes over top. But a reversal from Iroh sends Kazuichi down. And another dragon sleeper locked in deep, but pops over him and kicks him in the back. And now it's Iroh who's suffering from some back problems. Knee was right on that. Ooh! Okay, Kazuichi. Not just back problems, but that's a double injury to Iroh. But a sliding leg, a leg slide, I suppose. He's going crazy. Yanking at that foot. Oh, man. I think Iroh literally still might be the favorite right now. Even though that stamina has gone down tremendously, he's got a finisher. He almost has a signature, and more importantly, if this move hits, he's got Kazuichi on the ropes. Into the pinfall. That's 1, 2. It might not be 2 for long. Iroh setting up. Lifts him up and drops him. 1, 2. Iroh has survived all 3 of these competitors without burning resiliency before them. Let me reiterate that. He has... Oh, no! Oh, no. Did you see the edge of that steel chair go right on the back of Iroh? He's having trouble getting up after that. And Kazuichi... Oof! He's taking advantage. He sees that opportunity. He sees the potential for him to have another championship match. And I want to point out once again that falls count anywhere. So he's not safe right now, and nobody's safe. You're not safe anywhere, actually, when you're in a match with Uncle Iroh. Let's keep that also 100% open and out of... Out of this match is where Kazuichi might be. Out of this match is where he might be, because look at that, Clyde's going for the pinfall. And ladies and gentlemen, he's done and dusted. It's not one-on-one yet. It is not one-on-one yet. Catches the foot. Kazuichi's got in some big moves himself, and look at this combination. DDT. Into the pinfall. Iroh again has no resiliency. Kazuichi is looking to the future and saying, can I do it again? I don't know. I don't know. These two, Mitarai tried to survive Uncle Iroh. It ain't work. It did not work. Uncle Iroh ran through Mitarai, and honestly, this might be the best case scenario for Mitarai. Mitarai could beat Pimp Kazuichi. I don't know if he's going to be able to beat Uncle Iroh after what we just saw, the dominance of Uncle Iroh. He did not burn resiliency at all in this fight, and I think that's something else that we got to point out. Big shot there. And dropped Shin right on his spine. Iroh had a back injury, a head injury, and with one final DDT, Pimp Kazuichi was able to put him away on the outside. Will he be that lucky at the fight before Christmas? He was very lucky last time around, had a triple threat match, was able to win the title in a ladder match. It's all about what the wheel decides. But that is our halftime show, and it comes with a match. It comes with Mitarai, Kazuichi, Uncle Iroh, triple threat match for the Fight Forever Championship. Will Mitarai continue his reign? Will Pimp Kazuichi be a two-time champion? Or will Uncle Iroh add the Fight Forever Championship to his accolades? Everyone's got something to prove, something to do in that match, but only one can win. Or none. Actually, it could be or none. I gotta keep that in mind. Nobody could win too. It could be some match that has a no contest. I don't know. Pimp Kazuichi. His foot on that chair. I think he dropped Uncle Iroh on that chair, and that was the big turnaround point for Pimp Kazuichi. He's dancing, he's schmoovin', and he might be champion come next Saturday. Stay tuned to the AWE for the Fight Before Christmas in what, I guess 7 days time, because it's a two-night event, the 19th and the 20th. But for right now, I'm gonna send it back to me because halftime is over and the show must go on. Yeetball continues. Which team will win? Let's find out. And so it is now official. It will be Mitarai versus Pimp Kazuichi versus Uncle Iroh in a triple threat match. Will Kazuichi do it all again at the Fight Before Christmas? We're gonna have to wait and see. But that's next weekend. What's happening right now? Well, let me talk to you. What's happening right now is your saving grace picks for Yeetball, and the championship is on the line. 9 competitors left, and let's talk about Team Cookie Run, the reigning defending champions. They've got some work to do. They have the Yeetballs to do it though. Crazy Yoko and Ruruka and Akane and Ryoma and Kotoko and Hero. They are actually doing way better. Well, Hero's actually a zombie. So they have 5 left to Robotic Fury's 4. They have turned things around in numbers for them, but they are going to need at least 1 touchdown to turn things around in their favor. Crazy Yoko, Ruruka, Ryoma, and Kotoko. Hero is a zombie. Nobody else is dead or anything crazy right now. It doesn't look like it. We go down to Team Robotic Fury. They've lost all of their imposters, but they do still have the champion. It is Fuyuhiko, it's Maki, it's Taichi, and it's Maya. They've got 4 remaining. Nobody's a zombie or anything, which means it is down to those 9. Who you got first, second, and third? I'll make my picks. You make yours in the comments right down there below. I will make mine too. So, I picked Ruruka to win. I can't not pick her again. I'm gonna pick Ruruka, and I said for second I'm gonna pick Maki, so I am gonna pick Maki for second. Who did I say for third? Are all of my picks still in? I really do not remember who I said for third. I think I just gave it to somebody from Cookie Run. Did I say Hero? Are all of my picks still in? As Hero's a zombie, but he's not like in, and I'll put the Kang instead. I'll pick the Kang instead. So I've got Ruruka, I've got Maki, I've got the Kang, Ryoma. Those are my picks. Hopefully you guys have made yours as well. Tonight is gonna be an absolutely glorious night. Who will walk out as Yeetball champions? Everything is on the line with our final 9. Who will get that potentially game-winning touchdown? 9 competitors fighting for the Yeetball championship. And this is why it's so important, because in the smallest episode of the season, they're also fighting for the Champion of Champions title. Maki defends against Crazy Hiyoko and Ruruka. Akane, Ryoma, Kotoko, Fuyuhiko, Taichi, and Maya. 9 competitors, 1 championship opportunity. It's Yeetball, but they're all still holding on with the same heart, the same determination, and perhaps even the same fate as that of a samurai woman. Are you ready? Let's get it on. Final 9 sees Maki laying that title belt on, and she's saying, this is why everyone should remember who I am. Locks my pick in a headlock and drives her skull first into the hard metal. Maki is one step closer again to being champion still at the end of this episode. Kotoko does something really cute. Maya summons their persona using Bufu, trapping Ryoma's feet in ice. Hero's body continues to rot even as he continues to move. Taichi uses mysterious gas to knock out Kotoko and Fuyiko. Death colors on the both of them. Ryoma finds Pilot and brings Pilot back to her tank, actually. Akane finds Ryoma caught in the trap, managed to free him. Fuyiko searches for anyone who can get this collar off him, and Crazy Yoko scans the arena looking for enemies lurking about. We are still at 8. We are tiptoeing along, and that death does make it an even game, 4-4 between these two teams. We're looking for touchdowns, we're looking for victories, and we're looking for a terrible turnabout. Ruruka. And we gotta go on, because it's still 8. It's still the 8 that we said before, and it's still Samurai Woman, surprisingly enough. 8 competitors, Yeetball titles on the line, and of course, the champion of championships, the champion of champions title, the champion of championships. Next round sees, ooh, Kotoko late game for her team. And that is such an important game-changing touchdown, because now, if no more touchdowns are scored and their team wins, that means that Cookie Run are your champions still. So keep that in mind as Maki finds a pillow, so sleepy. Ryoma has a nice day cooking with his rats. Nekomaru's lifeless body continues to fester. Oh man. Celeste is gone. Akane pulls out a rod, pulls out a tuna. She's eating good tonight. She's eating good every night, let's be real. Taichi accepts her as Taichi gains a power persona. Fuyiko steals a Yeetball from Crazy Hiyoko. That is one less Yeetball for the team up there, and Fuyiko, I believe, has scored before already. Crazy Hiyoko feels defeated after losing their teammate and losing their Yeetball. Hiyoko has let him in. Maya sets up her table for grabbing Maki the champion by the throat, in a headlock rather, than slams up Maki through that table, which means it is. If this battery still works, it does. In fact, it was a little bit brighter there for a second, and then it completely died out. I need to replace these as soon as possible. But it's still a new champ alert. Or maybe I'll make a new champ alert like... I'll do something about that after this episode. Anywho, I think it might be like even more like beneficial if there's like flashing red lights in the background there for new champ alert. Regardless, Hero's still a zombie. Now Maki is out. It is a new champ alert now, but remember, nobody could win, or she could come back as a zombie or ghost and somehow clutch the victory. Her game is not over, but it is a terrible turnabout for her. Miss Cocky Maki. Will she somehow find a way to get this job done? Unknown. But it's still your final 7. It is a slow grind as Yeetball continues. We gotta go to the next round, and I want to point out, now we have ourselves a game. 3 touchdowns in this episode. 1 win for Cookie Run and no more touchdowns means it's a tie game and Cookie Run retains. Let's go to the next round and let's see how this plays out. It is... Oh man, they're gonna have to continue going as Maya's thinking of plans to get out of here. Hina comes back as a ghost. Kurumi kind of wanders back in and gets unlost. Akane pulls out a tank. Taichi runs his Yeetball back for a big touchdown, saying, oh, we're making sure it's not staying a 1 touchdown game, because now with 21 points, it is Robotic Fury as Fuyiko accepts the shadows. Fuyiko gains a power persona. Ryoma sobs uncontrollably. Hero, his body continues to rot even as he continues to move. Kotoko steals Fuyiko's Yeetball as well. Kotoko saying, no, you're not taking that Yeetball. My team still got life. As she takes the Yeetball, and to protect Kurumi, Crazy Yoko, who just came back, jumps in and neutralizes Maya. I want you guys to point out that who did we just lose? Maki and Maya. Those are 2 people from Robotic Fury. In fact, I think they're just down to 2. And I want to point out, Crazy Yoko came back for Cookie Run. Cookie Run has the opportunity to do a lot of scoring. And we'll see how that all plays out, because in-game in this goes a little crazy after this terrible turnabout 4. Miss Maya. What is it, like Gecko Gohara or something? I don't remember. But what I do know is that it is somehow still Samurai Woman. It is a 2-touchdown game. Once again, Cookie Run is put into the position where they need a touchdown and a victory to at least tie. Just a victory alone will not get them the Yeetball win. Edge of our seats as next round continues. Fuiko steals the Yeetball back from Kotoko. It's been back and forth between these two. Whichever team wins, these two are certainly going to be MVP contenders, as Hina plays around with their incorporeal body. Hiro dangles his withered limbs around. Taichi builds a machine that makes the My Revive Monica. It doesn't do a thing. Karumi finds a massive stack of apples. Darky swirls around Maki. Maki, the champion, is back as a ghost. Akane finds Thursday Avi's left shoe. Crazy Oak and Karumi's. Their fingers touch by accident. Oh boy. Ooh woo. And they both blush a little bit. Ryoma runs a deep ball back for a big touchdown. And Ryoma is a part of Team Cookie Run. So it is once again a 1-touchdown game as Kotoko knocks out Taichi in a fist fight, puts a death collar on him. Cookie Run. And I would like to just point and look through. First of all, Team Robotic Fury are indeed down to Fuihiko, a zombie Maki, and Taichi. They have 2 living characters left. Cookie Run now has Hina as a ghost, and they have the remaining, 5 alive characters. We gotta go to the next round to see if anybody gets bitten or possessed. Oh my gosh. I think Akane just won the game for them, but I need to point out that we have to continue. Hina misses a bit out of dinner. Hiro's body continues to rot even as he continues to move. Maki grabs Ryoma's arm and bites him, turning him into a zombie. Taichi has stumbled upon another Yeetball, but he won't get a chance to use it. Cookie Run have all of the points. Or not all the points, have the victory. Maybe. Taichi stumbled upon a Yeetball. Akane starts her boombox. Fuiko, Crazy Yoko, and Taichi gather around it. Akane has rigged it to blow up. Blowing the these unfortunate 3 souls up. We have to go on, is the problem. Ryoma's withered away as I can't give them the winning touchdown yet. Because in Yeetball, we have to keep going until there's just one person standing. So we have to keep going. It is, however, a terrible turnabout for Fuiko, Crazy Yoko, Taichi, Ryoma. As long as there are players in some sort of other fashion around, we have to play until there's just one competitor left. Which means, of our alive people, that's 3 competitors from Cookie Run. Which means we don't have a champion yet either, and Maki could still retain. Yeetball rules. We don't reset because there could still be touchdowns if we go on. Hina. Did we discuss possessions? I think we discussed possessions as the possessee is scoring the touchdown. Just using a body to get the job done, because they'd still be running towards the other team. Anywho, we don't have any possessions though, so it does not matter. We do have zombies though, and that is where things get a little bit hectic. So we are down to Akane, Karumi, and Kotoko. We have to go until last person standing, so it is at this point a crisis. A fate between those 3. Maki, the zombie, is the one you need to watch out for. Next round sees the tank is stolen. Hina's playing around with her incorporeal body. Akane and Kotoko breakdance. Maki is withered with those withered limbs around. And Karumi steals Akane's tank while she's asleep. Nothing here. Maki's fiddling. Karumi looks around for someone dumb enough to believe her. Kotoko does her best to avoid Karumi. And Hina misses a bit of dinner. Akane feels strong after anything. Remember, Hiro is also a zombie. Next round sees Hina plays around with her incorporeal body to pass the time. Kotoko steadily bounces in her moon shoes. Hiro's withered, dangling his withered limbs around. Karumi wants to protect Kotoko, and Maki gets a hold of Karumi, turns her into a zombie. She won't be able to protect Kotoko. It is now a battle of 2, and I want to point out we have 3 zombies. There is a real world where it is a zombie victory and Maki retains. She's got 2 turns. But here's the thing. She would need both of the alive players, not just one of them, to get turned. And more notably, even if that... Oh no, the only way that Robotic Fury wins is if Maki wins in a zombie victory and stays champion. Otherwise, it goes to Cookie Run in this overtime situation. Maki, and here's the thing, if Maki withers away, they have no chance. Next round sees Muse back as a ghost. Hina possesses Gonta, who is on her team. Wise decision. Akane finds a plank of wood. Kotoko just found a fishing rod. We have to continue as Hina is now possessing Gonta. Next round sees Celeste is back as a zombie. Power Persona is on Gonta. Kotoko finds a belt of Pokeballs, and Akane's got a laser gun. Next round sees Gonta finds a turtle on a beach. A new friendship is born. And nothing else of note happens. Maki's still dangling with those withered limbs. We are now up to still 3 alive players. And now Celeste turns Kotoko into a zombie. Akane finds a skateboard. And we have to keep going, but we are at your final 2 officially. Right now, Maki's still in the lead as a zombie, but if... Oh, man. Akane versus a possessed Gonta. It's still up to only I guess Maki is the zombie. Next round sees going to use the power of Electro to revive his ally Ruruka. Oh my gosh, and Nekomaru is also back as a ghost, but Akane makes this a tie game in overtime. Cookie Run have made it a tie game, and there's nothing Robotic Fury can do. Once again, relying on the Maki victory. Next round sees Nekomaru kills Gonta through ghastly means. Monokuma is also back as a zombie. And that is also something to keep in note. Ruka is now upgrading Zio to Zionga. Celeste bites Akane, turns her into a zombie, and Akane is now... Oh! Wait, my pick one! Akane is now a zombie as well, could not get the zombie victory, but Ruruka wins and is champion because of all of the shenanigans! And Cookie Run are still Yeetball champions because that counts as the final touchdown by winning the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's all over in what was a chaotic turnabout and major comeback for Cookie Run. Your winner. No, your winner. Representing Cookie Run was brought back at the last second by, I believe, a possessed Gonta. Only for Gonta to be killed. And for Ruruka to carry the torch, walks her revived body back with that Yeetball in hand, and now with a championship in the other. She is your new, count 'em, your new AWE, nope, Danganronpa Hunger Games champion of champions, and Yeetball champion, carrying her team once again to the finals, and carrying her team to next year's Yeetball championship. Ruka takes the win. Okay, well, that was Yeetball. Crazy. Crazy as always. That being said, it ended up almost being a tie, but at the very end, Akane scored a touchdown, tying the game, and it was all up to only Maki was the only hope that they had. As long as the other team has hope, we play through on Yeetball in overtime. But Cookie Run was able to clutch him. Even when Celeste also got a second zombie turn, meaning 2 members of the Robotic Fury both had 2 zombie turns. If Ruruka also got turned this round, it would have still gone to Maki since she was turned prior. However, Ruka survived. It was thanks to Cookie Run. Everybody on Cookie Run deserves a pat on the back. They came back. MVP, I still think because Cookie Run won, I think it's got a potential. I think it's got to go to Kotoko because she scored the touchdown and then took the Yeetball back from Fuyuhiko, allowing him not to score a touchdown. Kotoko wins MVP, I think. It also could be Gonta, arguably, for bringing back the new champion in Ruruka. Hey, look, I'll let Jagspan decide who MVP is. Go make sure to look at Jagspan's comment. He loves himself some Yeetball. He calls it right down the middle. You love to see it. And once again, be sure to leave your comments asking me questions. We have Maki losing that championship to Ruruka for the first time, I think, holding gold at all in the, nope, that's not true. I think she's been tag team champion, but the first time she's ever held the singles champion of champions title. Akane with 4 KOs, Ryoma with 3, Kotoko with 2, Kibo with 1, everyone else with 1 or less. This was Yeetball. And we'll be back next season, season 19, for Yeetball again. Cookie Run will return as the reigning, defending, undisputed Yeetball champions. And I think they have been champions. Did they come in as challengers last time, or did they come in as champions? I don't quite remember. But I'll tell you what, hey, Yeetball continues on. OC action starts. It's either next week or the week after that. I need to double check. But it's coming in the next 2 weeks. It'll be on Thursday, so keep your eyes peeled for it. I am, however, taking off. Until then, well, congratulations once again to Ruruka, and congratulations to all members of Cookie Run. They take the Yeetball Championship, and Ruruka takes the Champion of Champions title. Remember, tonight is AWE Fracture. I'm sure it's one you don't want to miss. Toodaloo Flight Crew, as always, thank you for watching, and congratulations to our Yeetball champions, Cookie Run, one more time. Toodaloo.